Good evening. We're back with another edition of Laser Sports Update. I'm Taylor Viles. Before we get into the action this week, make sure to follow LaSalle Community Television on Instagram and Facebook and Laser Vision on YouTube. We're right in that odd time of year where the winter sports come to an end and the spring sports look to begin. This is what took place over the last 2 weeks here at LaSalle. Let's first close out the winter season with the final game coming on Thursday the 27th when the men's basketball team took on Albertus Magnus for the semifinal game of the GNAC playoffs. The Lasers were feeling good about themselves coming off a commanding victory over the number 3 seed Emmanuel in the first round. This game was hard fought from start to finish. LaSalle battled to take an 8-point lead with just 2:55 remaining, but Albertus Magnus pushed back and pulled out an eventual 95-94 victory. Demerick Warren had the chance to win the game on 3 free throws with less than a second to go, but only converted on 1. He finished with a career-high 16 points off the bench, 12 of which came in the second half. E.J. Day dominated yet again for LaSalle, putting up 38 points. Another season that ended early for LaSalle, but an outstanding one at that. We look forward to seeing this dominant team on the court next year. Next, let's head to the Diamond as the baseball team got into action on a blustery and cold February afternoon against Fisher College. Fisher was quite a matchup to have your first game against, as the school counts their fall games as part of their season, making their record 11-1 prior to the game. LaSalle came out swinging as junior captain Wyatt Savonin led off the game with a triple. LaSalle jumped out to a 6-1 lead in the middle innings thanks to their lineup wearing down the opposing pitcher. This was highlighted by a few long at-bats, particularly this 9-pitch at-bat that came thanks to junior Sean Doris. In the end, he struck out, but he could only smile as he knew he had just put together one heck of an at-bat. Doris finished with 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and picked up the save as he also came in relief in LaSalle's 7-6 win. Zach Hanzel earned the win as he pitched outstanding through 5.2 innings. The Lasers face Framingham State and Trinity College over the weekend. Now to the volleyball court as the men's team took control over Emerson College on February 28th at Emerson, finishing the evening winning in 3 straight sets. Jesus Garcia recorded 29 assists for LaSalle, while Brendan Joyce and Jan Baranowski were on fire on the floor. They finished with 11 and 10 kills respectively. With the win, they improved to 3-2 in conference play. That's good for 3rd in the GNAC. The team was home on Wednesday the 4th for a match against MIT. Results from that can be found on the LaSalle Athletics website at laserpride.lasalle.edu. On Tuesday afternoon, the women's lacrosse team opened up their season at home when they played Gordon College at Grelier Field. After giving up an early first goal, the Lasers showed that they are not to be messed with as they pummeled the opposition, putting up 17 goals. The most exciting stretch of the game came midway through the first half when LaSalle cashed in on 5 goals in just 2 minutes and 32 seconds, not giving Gordon the opportunity to get a goal of their own. Jordan McComb was outstanding in her first game of the season. The forward registered 4 goals and 3 assists. 7 different Lasers scored, and senior goalie Morgan Choquette was a brick wall in net, making 8 saves on 13 shots. Our very own Josh Walmer spoke with the LaSalle head coach Kate Connolly at the conclusion of the game.
Can you break down what really went well for your team today?
We definitely did well on the draw, and that's a huge part of the game. So coming up with the draw control and beating the other team in the draw helped us have a lot more offense, and then capitalizing on opportunities.
And being opening day, what was your big message to your team before the game?
I think it was just making sure that we play together as a team, we control the pace of the game, and work together. And it's always hard the first game. We share the field with the men's lacrosse team most of the season. We don't get to work on transition a lot, so making sure we try to take care of the ball in transition as we get going through the season.
The team won't get much downtime as they're back in action on Saturday the 7th for their first conference game of the season against Colby Sawyer. Stay tuned to hear what happens. Now it's time for the 3 stars of the week. The 3rd star of the week this week comes from the baseball team, and he's the one and only Wyatt Savonin. One of the three captains for these Lasers, Savonin showed his worth during LaSalle's opening game against Fisher College. The junior went 2 for 5 with a double and a triple and knocked in 2 runs. Fans of the baseball team should pay close attention to him this season as he's on track to turn some heads. The number 2 star this week is E.J. Day. The men's basketball star finished the season with 2 very strong playoff performances, doing all he could to push the Lasers to the championship game. In the first round, the sophomore recorded 29 points and 4 assists en route to a 98-77 victory over Emmanuel. And in the semifinal game, he knocked down 38 to go along with 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals. It's going to be really exciting to watch what he does on the court next season. And the number 1 star of the week is the aforementioned women's lacrosse star, Jordan McComb, who not only had a remarkable outing in the team's home opener, notching 4 goals and 3 assists, but she also recorded her 200th career point on an assist to Kaylee Letty 11:69 into the game. With the achievement, she became just the 7th player in team history to score 200 points. Congratulations to Jordan, and we can't wait to watch her break even more barriers this season. After the contest, Josh Walmer also spoke with McComb about her achievement.
Congrats on 200 career points. What does this mean to you?
It's definitely a big milestone, but really what matters to me is that we were able to get a team win today, so that's really big. But it definitely is a good feeling to be able to get that 200.
And the team looked great today. What was the feeling going into the game?
Definitely jittery, to be honest, but we were just excited to play. Preseason's like 4 to 5 weeks long for us, so just to be able to see other people play and stuff like that and other teams is nice. So I think more excitement than anything, but a little bit of pregame jitters.
And what is the feeling now?
Definitely happiness. We could not be more over the moon that we just got that first win, so now it's just steady rolling from here on out.
Now for the must-follow games of the upcoming couple of weeks. The baseball team will take on Pine Manor at 3 p.m. and Emerson at 3:30 on Tuesday and Wednesday this week, respectively. Both games are away, but make sure to keep updated anyway. These are the team's last 2 games before they head to Florida for 9 games. Next, the men's volleyball team will be home this Wednesday the 11th against Springfield College. That match will begin at 6. And lastly, the women's lacrosse team will be playing their final game before they head to Puerto Rico over spring break. It's LaSalle at Salem State on Thursday the 12th. Well, that's all I got for you this week on Laser Sports Update. All the teams will be headed south to promote their craft elsewhere for spring break, and we wish everyone else a happy and safe spring break. We'll see you right back here on Monday, March 23rd. Until then, go Lasers!